Okay guys, I'm going to tell you a wee salmon fly called the Tyne Toucan. Now this has been a request that I've received through the YouTube channel from one of the subscribers to tie the fly. The hook I have in the vise is a size 6 partridge patriot single. Good strong single hook. I've never tied this fly before, so we'll see how we get on. The thread I'm going to use to tie the fly is Uni Thread 80 in black. So I'm just going to come in and get the thread started behind the eye of the hook. I'm just going to run my thread on until I reach that wee bump where the wire is formed, where the wire has formed the eye, sorry. Now the tag on the fly and the rib is an oval gold tinsel, and I'm using an oval gold tinsel in small. You could use medium if you wished. I'm just going to use the small now. I'm just going to catch it in at that gap, and then keeping the tinsel on my side of the hook, I'm just going to work this down, my thread down until I'm sort of way shy of the barb, and then I'm going to come back up with my thread until I'm in line with the point of the hook. Now I'm going to come round with 5 or 6 turns of the oval gold tinsel to create my tag. Now I'm just going to take them turns back and then come in and catch in the oval gold tinsel. Now I'm going to come up in open turns because I'm trying to fill this gap on my side of the hook. Now, it seems like a bit of a waste, but this makes for a strong fly. You don't want any lumps and bumps in the body either, so we've got up to there. We can trim that away. I'll just see if I can show you the gap, the way the wire is formed. You'll have seen this done before in videos. Just try and fill that wee gap to there. Now I'm going to bring my thread down in fairly close turns, back down, tied up against the tag. Now the tail is in 2 parts. The first part is a natural red golden pheasant breast feather, so I'm just going to strip away the rubbish at the bottom. Then I'm just going to roll it on my finger and thumb. I just want this probably to be around about the length of the body, or the hook, sorry, over the back. I'm going to come around with a couple of loose turns just to see how we're sitting. Next part of the fly, or the tail, sorry, this is a golden pheasant crest feather that has been dyed fluorescent yellow. Now, I just want this to be roughly the same length as the red breast, so I'm just going to hold that with my thumb onto the hook because I want to try and keep that curve. Sometimes these wee crest feathers have a tendency to mind of their own. Okay, now I'm happy enough with that, so I'm just going to hold the tail. I'm just going to tighten up and bring my thread up and touching turns. Now just going to, it tries to spin round, just bring it back round on top. Just have to be patient. Same again, bring it back round. This is just to try and keep the body as even as we can, because we don't want any lumps and bumps. It's going to be a floss body and it'll stand out, especially on a size 6 in my opinion. Now, just keep going. I'm going to get up to there, and then I want to come in and trim this. Now you could use a thicker thread, that will cover quicker for you. Maybe a UTC, a flat thread, maybe a 140. Or a 60 uni thread. Now, on the way back down, I'm going to tie in my rib. That's going to be a length of the oval gold tinsel and small. So I've now filled that gap, so I'm just going to catch this in on the side and then run my thread down in fairly open turns, tied up against the tail. We're not looking too bad, wee fibre. Just want to take that away. And this wee bit of oval gold tinsel. Just bear with me. That's us. And the body is going to be a black uni floss. You could use wool, 3-ply wool. It'll cover quicker for you. But I'm just trying to show you the correct pattern here. In case you want to just tie it in smaller hooks, or maybe even on the doubles. Just wanted to show you it on a single. So I'm just going to work my thread up now, catching in our floss. Not worried if the floss spins around. I'm just concentrating on keeping this body as smooth as I can. Couple of wee fibres there. Let's take those away. Okay, we're not looking too bad now. Just going to come up with my uni floss in black. I'm just looking, touching turns of the floss. Just flatten the floss out as I go so that it spreads over the hook. Now if you tie in smaller sizes, you'll use less materials, you know, so it's just that I fancy tying it on a size 6 up to there, and we'll come around and catch in our floss. Then we're going to come up with a rib. Six turns of the oval gold tinsel up the body. Nice tight turns to catch that in. Come in and trim away your oval gold tinsel. Not looking too bad. Same again as the tail for the wing. Only just use a bigger golden pheasant breast feather. So this is just a bigger one. Same again, just going to roll it. And my finger and thumb, and you want that curve now. I want this coming just past the bend of the hook. So I'm going to come around with a couple of loose turns just to get it positioned. Now it will sit up, but don't worry about that. Just get the measurement right. Okay, happy enough of that. Then we're going to come back in with another golden pheasant tippet feather, or crest feather, sorry. And this one's the same as the tail. It's been dyed fluorescent yellow just to give it a wee bit of an extra kick in the colour. I'm happy with the wing, so I'm just going to tighten up when my thread turns. Come in with a nice pair of sharp scissors and trim away the excess. Then I'm going to bring my thread down over the cut ends of the crest feather and the breast feather, the golden pheasant breast feather. Now, next part of the fly. This is just the golden pheasant breast feather dyed black. I'll show you the wee cape. That's the skin there, dyed black. Now you could use blue-eared pheasant or heron or really any spey hackle. I'm just going to use the black. So stroking back the fibres to reveal the tip. Just going to offer this up to the hook. Come around with a couple of turns to hold. I'm going to fold back the tip. And bring my thread turns back up over the tip and the hackle. Then you can come in, locate the tip and break it away. Just stroke these fibres back with my finger and thumb. And then you're just looking one turn in front of the other. See how we're sitting here. Put one more in. just to see. Oh, that's too much. So that's going to do me there. So I'm going to follow it around with my thread here. Catch it in. Right. Don't want to be catching in too much bulk at the head. So nice tight turns of thread. And then I can come in and trim away the excess. Just secure this in. And then come back up. And the next hackle on the fly is a teal feather dyed red. Just want to have a wee look just to see what way I'm sitting. That's not looking too bad. I've already prepared this. So what I've done is to stroke the back, and I've stripped half of the side off that's going to begin round the hook. So I'm just going to offer this up to the hook. Same again, come in with a couple of turns. I'm going to fold back the tip of the hackle, tie up over the top of the tip and the hackle. Come in, locate the tip, break it away, and then I'm just going to stroke these back. Just one turn in front of the other. Right, just want to see what way we're. Take that away. I'm not going to use all this. Just taking some of it away. To there. Follow this around with my thread. A couple of tight turns in to catch it in. Come in and trim away the excess. Just open the wee hackle out. Just get a wee look at it. Okay, we're not looking too bad. Just going to sweep everything back. Just going to build up a partial head here. Still to put the jungle cock on. So just want to run the brush, the toothbrush through it, just to open everything up, just so you can see the fly. Okay, not looking too bad. Right, last piece of the jigsaw, if you like, is our jungle cock. 2 eyes here. So just going to stroke back all the rubbish at the bottom. Just going to offer these up to the hook. Just come in, just going to hold them on the side. Just come around with a couple of loose turns first, just to see what way we're sitting. Just want to make sure that these are same length, which they are. I'm happy enough. So I'm just going to hold them, and then I'm going to tighten up down over the stems of the jungle cock. Now I'm going to fold these back because this fly is going to be, this fly will be faced. So just come in, fold back your jungle cock stems. And then just tie up over the top. Just build up your head at the same time. Nice and tight, keeping your thread tight. You can break away the stems of the jungle cock. Still keeping your thread tight. I'm just going to come in and just do one whip finish on the way down. Pull the thread tight. Come in, we can trim away our tan thread. Just going to wheel up with the fly here. That wee fly looks the business, to be honest with you. Lovely colour combination in that. Now, just to finish off, just going to put some super glue just onto the head area, right the whole way right round. And then once that's dry, I'll come in and put on a couple of coats of varnish just to seal up the head, stop any of the old moisture bloom. So there you go, guys. That's the Tyne Toucan. That's the first time I've ever tied the fly, so I haven't sat here and practiced the fly beforehand. That's the just sat down and tied it. So look, there you go. Looks a cracking fly to have in your box. I would probably tie it on doubles rather than singles, but that's just my own personal preference. It's up to you what you want to tie it on. So look, tie a few of those up. Hopefully they can catch a few fish. As always, many thanks for taking the time to tune in and watch the wee video. If you like the wee videos I'm putting together, think about subscribing to my channel. Helps the wee channel out. And until next time, tight lines.